The storm desk. Read the storm, book the roofs. The hail just rolled through, and your gut says blast a postcard to the whole zip code, while the chasers knock blind. So you drop 10,000 cards and wait. The phones bring renters, brand new roofs, and tire kickers, and the few real ones get a call back 3 days late. That is a dead door drop, postage spent on roofs no storm could have worn out. By the end of this, you'll fire mail only at the houses a storm most likely finished off, and throttle the drop to what your crew can climb. The card is not the problem. The list is: start before you ever order a card. Verify the storm. A campaign earns its name only when a real damage-grade event sets it off, not the green sky you remember. Pull 2 free public sources. The Storm Prediction Center daily reports read hail size and wind same day. The NOAA Storm Events database archives it by county and date. Severe hail starts around 3/4 of an inch. 1 inch and up can wear an aging roof. 1 3/4 inches and up does widespread damage. Confirm the event before you decide it's worth a stamp. Now read the data honestly, because it lies if you let it. Hail and wind reports are point observations, not a continuous damage map. A hail report logged at a county road intersection does not mean every roof for 10 miles took the same stone. That gap between a report exists nearby and this roof was likely worn out is where untargeted mail bleeds money. The report tells you the storm was real, and roughly where, not which house on the block is due. So build the file on roof age, not just the right zip. A storm doesn't create damage out of nothing. It accelerates the failure of roofs already near the end of their life. A 4-year-old architectural roof takes 1 inch hail and shrugs. A 19-year-old 3-tab roof in the same swath is a real candidate. InterNACHI's life chart puts 3-tab around 20 years, and architectural around 30, often less in a hard climate. Roof age is a band, never an exact birthday. Mail that ignores it treats a new roof and a worn-out one alike. Pick your mailing method with your eyes open. Every door direct mail, EDDM, hits whole carrier routes addressed to postal customer, about 25 cents a piece in 2026, separate from print. It blankets a tight footprint cheap, but you can't pick houses, so you pay to hit new roofs and renters too. A targeted address list costs more per piece and wastes far less because you choose addresses by age, owner occupancy, and exposure. The blunter you go, the more dead doors you buy. The sharper, the more your stamp lands on a roof that's due. Cut the list into 3 tiers and route them on purpose. Tier 1, high confidence, older roofs inside the credible footprint and your service radius. These mail first and get your fastest callback. Tier 2, awareness, nearby streets, where damage is plausible but less sure. They go in a second wave, after Tier 1 shows a real response. Tier 3, your own book, past customers, open estimates, maintenance clients near the path. That third list is the cheapest, warmest one you own, and the one most roofers forget. A storm just crossed every address you ever quoted. Here's where RoofPredict fits, and where it doesn't. It pairs an estimated roof age range with storm physics modeled per individual house, hail trajectory, and wind impact for that specific roof, not just the storm passed through this zip. So you build a mail file that skips the obvious new roofs and concentrates on credible candidates before you've even built a route. It does not inspect the roof, diagnose damage, certify remaining life, or decide coverage. Roof age is a range for planning, not a date. It sharpens the list. The inspection earns the sale. Now the copy, because the wrong words turn a campaign into a legal problem. After a storm, there's a line some states will end your career over. In 2024, the Texas Supreme Court decided the Stonewater roofing case. A roofer that advertised itself as settling claims and contracted to negotiate with carriers, with no public adjuster license, was doing exactly what licensing law forbids. So here's your lane. You document visible conditions and write an estimate, but you never negotiate or maximize the claim. That's the licensed adjuster's lane, not yours. Document, don't diagnose. Cross it and no return is worth it. So write the card that does the job legally. Cite the verifiable weather fact. On this date, the National Weather Service logged this hail in this county. Offer a free roof condition check, photos, and a plain report the homeowner keeps. State the boundary out loud. We document what we find. Your insurer decides coverage. Never promise approval, and never say you'll handle or maximize the claim. Never write, we'll waive your deductible. That's insurance fraud in many states, and the deductible is the homeowner's to pay. And kill the fake urgency. Offer expires tonight reads as a scam. The calm card wins. Now the part roofers skip, and it protects your crew and your margin. Set inspection capacity before you set mail volume. If the team can safely inspect 50 roofs in a week, do not generate 400 urgent calls. And safely is a real word. OSHA's fall protection rules apply to every inspection that puts a person on a roof or a ladder, and falls are a leading cause of construction deaths. A campaign that books more roof access than you can supervise isn't aggressive. It's a liability. Mail volume follows capacity. Stage the launch, then triage every call like an ER, not a queue. Mail Tier 1 in a volume your calendar can absorb, and watch your show rate and how fast the schedule fills. Release Tier 2 only when those say you have room. Then sort every inbound call the moment it lands. An active leak gets a same-day dry-in and the top of the list. Visible damage gets a slot inside 2 days. The insurance question gets education, and you stay in your lane. First come, first served burns your crew on a curiosity, while a real leak waits. Stack the touches and keep the porch as clean as a card. The strongest responses stack 3 on the same list: a mailer, a door knock, and a digital follow-up. The card's job is to make the knock warmer. A canvasser who can name the storm and the date starts from a fact the homeowner can verify. But the same insurance-safe language that governs the mailer governs the porch. One representative promising we'll get this covered creates the exact unlicensed adjusting exposure the Stonewater ruling warned about. Don't let reps freelance it. Now protect the data, because you just collected a pile of someone's life. Names, addresses, phone numbers, roof photos. The rush is when that scatters onto personal phones and shared spreadsheets. The FTC's Protecting Personal Information Guide draws the discipline simply. Know what you collect, keep only what you need, protect it, and dispose of it securely. The practical rule: customer records live in your approved system, not a canvasser's camera roll or a manager's inbox. You'd want that care on your own house. Give it on theirs. Then, measure from trigger to closeout, route by route. Response rate alone tells you almost nothing. A route can light up the phones with curiosity calls and book 0 jobs, while a quiet route delivers 2 high-value roofs. So put one source code on every card and tie everything to it. Pieces mailed, calls, booked versus completed inspections, signed jobs, value, and margin. Run the review within 2 weeks while it's fresh. Flag the routes that paid and the ones that strained the schedule for nothing. Then archive it so the next storm starts from evidence. Close the loop. A storm is permission to verify, not a green light to blast a zip. Confirm the event on SPC and NCEI. Mail the older roofs in the footprint, not every door. Write the card that documents conditions and lets the insurer decide coverage. Throttle the drop to what your crew can safely climb. Source code every lead so you know which streets paid. The chaser carpet bombs the zip and chases dead doors. You mail the roofs that are actually due, then let the inspection do the talking.